Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the 192nd installment of what I like to call What I Eat Wednesdays, where we take a look at some of the most interesting What I Eat in a Day videos on TikTok. As you can see, we're still doing What I Eat Wednesday. We're going to be hopping back and forth between What I Eat Wednesday and What I Read Wednesday. Today, we're diving back into our classic hashtag, What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Person. Next week, I'm going to pick up reading the Tess Holiday book where I left off when we were just starting to get to the juicy bits. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Hello girls, here's what I eat in a day as a happy fat woman. I hope you are learning to love your body as is.
I am learning to love my body. I never miss a session of that. Sorry about that.
Feel called to change, that's your prerogative. Do not thrust that upon me. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll try not to force that on you. What do we have in here?
Doubled up this morning, so I got myself a cheese stick and a loco macro bar.
Okay, that macro bar is some sort of protein bar. Hold on. Okay, I had to go closer to the screen. That says salted caramel chocolate chips, so it's a protein bar, one of those super sweet ones. And a cheese stick. I just realized one of my lights was too close. It was making me look like a freaking ghost. I had to move it back. Okay, how's this? Why didn't you guys tell me, man?
Cheese stick and a loco macro bar. Calling Mother Nature, please turn up the heat. Thank you. After work, we realized we were right next to Island Empanada, and I love Island Empanada. Pretty sure this is...
I love Island Empanada. Whoa, take it easy. Hold on, let's go back.
To Island Empanada, and I love Island Empanada. Pretty sure this...
And I love Island Empanada. Alright, let's calm the hell down a little bit.
This was my husband's first time ever. I've been going since I was a kid with my family. And
I have not heard of Island Empanada.
Went basic and delicious. 2 little cheese empanadas. Basically, that was...
You know, I don't think I've ever had an empanada. How insane is that?
Lunch in the car. When I got home, I was a little peckish, so I grabbed my delicious giant jar of peanut butter to have it with a Granny Smith apple. Okay, so...
Oh my gosh, the whole jar.
Oh, this apple is not from Christmas, but this apple cutter is from Christmas. My husband went a little...
That apple might be from Christmas. I heard that they keep apples, like, in cold storage for many, many, many months, or even up to, like, a year.
Chaotic for our stocking, and he thought I would love that. It is so considerate, but that is something I've had since I was literally like 9 years old, and I hate the apple cutter. But I used it.
Why do we hate the apple cutter? It's fairly convenient.
Because I love my husband. And he loves me. On the way to our friends for game night, he got me a little big gas station Cheez-It, which significantly improved my mood.
And then it shows her listening to Blues Traveler and partying after eating a couple Cheez-Its. She takes a bite, she's like, yeah, woo, party! What the heck?
Anyone else think that when they were...
Okay, the Cheez-Its really helped the mood in the car quite a bit there. I haven't had a Cheez-It that good in quite a while. Oh, you're gonna give me a run around.
A kid, they had to keep the lights off in the car because it was illegal. That is verbatim what my parents told me. And I'm still cautious every time I do turn it on. Fueled up.
Your parents used to tell you that it was illegal to turn the lights on in the car at night? That's funny. It's not illegal, but it's annoying because I can't see out of the car as well when all the lights are on in here.
For games with a little M&M cookie. Now listen, our dinner time is heavily influenced by my husband's preferences because he is a night owl. I would love to eat dinner earlier, but that didn't happen tonight. We got some late night Taco Bell after game.
Late night Taco Bell after game.
I do feel like Taco Bell is the most vegetarian friendly of I almost called Taco Bell a restaurant, and that would have been incredibly wrong. Most veg friendly of fast food. My best tip is to reheat your Taco Bell in the oven. I like a crunchy outside.
Right when we got home with it, we're already putting it in the oven.
Myself a little bean burrito and 2 little mini chalupas with a... With a potato.
With a potato. Okay, what? Okay. And then at the end, she said she had a potato. All right, let's take a look at that one and add it up. All right, so you started the day off with a protein bar and a cheese stick. After that, you had 2 cheese empanadas from Island Empanada, and you love Island Empanada. After that, you had apples and peanut butter, and then you had some Cheez-Its in the car that made you start listening to Blues Traveler. Those were some good-ass Cheez-Its. After that, you had some M&M cookies, and then further on, you wrapped up the day by going to a fast food establishment and having a bean burrito, 2 mini chalupas, and a potato. All right, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 10. To increase your score, I would recommend ditching the food from the empanada joint, the Cheez-Its, the cookies, as well as the food from the fast food establishment, and I would instead substitute simple home-cooked meals with a heavy focus on protein and all of your food groups covered. The protein bar and the cheese stick are okay, but basically everything else from this day besides the apples and peanut butter, I would get rid of. Next.
Here's what I ate today as a fatty. I
As a fatty!
ended up having McDonald's all day. I started the morning off with a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle because those are my favorite right now.
We had McDonald's all day. Okay.
And then I've been using Edo to track my calories in the day, and all you have to do is take a picture and then it uses AI to scan it.
Oh, it knows what a meal from McDonald's looks like? Alright, so we had the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, as well as a hash brown and a soda.
Picture and then it uses AI to scan it. For a little snack, I ended up having a Reese's peanut butter cup, and again, use the Edo app.
That was not a regular peanut butter cup. That was the peanut butter egg. Let us go back and confirm. Yes. The Edo score is a B+ for that? As far as what? It's telling you that that's healthy? You're on some goofy shit, Edo. You sure that that's a B+?
Again, use the Edo app to make sure to track my calories for the day.
Right, Edo seems to be confused though.
For lunch, I ended up having a McDonald's Happy Meal with a cheeseburger, fries, and
You had a Happy Meal. And Edo gave it an A? How is it giving this an A? Dude, get rid of this app.
for lunch, I ended up having a McDonald's Happy Meal with
Hold on, it says hamburger, add American cheese. She's like, I don't like the cheeseburgers or the McDoubles or any of that, but I do like a hamburger with cheese.
Happy Meal with a cheeseburger, fries, and apple slices because I'm skinny.
Okay.
For dinner, I had 6-piece chicken nuggets with a
Okay, you weren't kidding. You literally went to McDonald's for every single meal. And it gave that one a B+. Wow.
with a medium fry and sweet and sour sauce with a Diet Coke, but I forgot to show that. And then I ended off the night with a bunch of crunchy grapes because they were so good.
Okay, why are we talking like that? Alright, and that's the end of that. Let's take a look at that one and add it up. Alright, so you started the day off with a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle that you got from a fast food establishment. With it, you had a hash brown and a soda. After that, you had a Reese's peanut butter egg, and then you had a cheeseburger Happy Meal with some fries and apple slices. Further on in the evening for dinner, you had a 6-piece nugget, fries, and a Diet Coke, also from that fast food establishment, and you wrapped up the day by having some grapes. Alright, after very little deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 1 out of 10. To increase your score, I recommend ditching everything from this day except for the grapes, and instead substitute simple home-cooked meals with a heavy focus on protein and all of our food groups covered. She wasn't kidding. She literally went to a fast food establishment for every single meal, and it doesn't really matter what you get there. Even if you get a salad from a fast food establishment, it is very calorically dense. The first step in caring about our health is buying a pan and a spatula, maybe a pot as well, and then we can use these to make food. Next.
This is everything I eat in a day as a happy fat person on the first day of my period. Started my day out with one of these Kinder.
I don't know why so many people need to convince everyone else how happy they are. Here's everything I eat in a day as a happy man with a mustache. I'm happy. Oh yeah, I'm plenty happy. Idiot. Sorry.
Chocolates. I never do this, but I just felt an internal rage that I couldn't control. And then I discovered I had my period. Realized
You ate some candies and then discovered an internal rage that you could not control? Okay, so the Kinder chocolate has exterminated the fire burning deep in our belly. It's extinguished the rage in our souls, or some crap. I don't know why we have that, but the Kinder took care of it. Thank God.
Then I discovered I had my period. Realized I had to
I feel like I shouldn't be watching this. Like, I'm not allowed to watch this. Like, I don't
properly nourish myself, so against everything inside of me, I cooked. I was making a sandwich I wanted to get a lot of
Against everything inside of me, I cooked. Okay.
protein, and so I made 2 eggs, added some avocado on top of turkey, pepper jack, the eggs on top of the cheese so it'd get nice and melty.
Ooh, this is looking nice.
Absolutely not getting a cutting board out, so I cut my tomato on a Ziploc bag. Don't do that.
It is kind of a pain to get the cutting board out, but it's always worth it. And just in case anybody was wondering, you may not use serrated knives on a cutting board. You'll ruin it. What are you doing? Why are you doing that, Bethany? Knock it off. We also had some guacamole on there.
Ziploc bag. Don't do that. Added some spring mix as well.
Slap a little spring mix in there. This is a nice looking sandwich.
Do that. Added some spring mix as well. And yeah, it was a really good sandwich. It made my mood a little bit better, to be honest. The warmth from the 2 eggs was really nice. I decided to make myself an iced coffee, and then this.
The sandwich made your mood better. Okay. It's weird to be thinking of things that way, and probably not the healthiest way to look at food. I was down, so I ate this food, and it lifted me up. Like, that's probably not the healthiest way to be interacting with food as far as our moods and our mental state go. I know I sound like a jerk. Like, can't people just be happy eating some food?
This happened, and oof, if you could feel the rage inside me.
Again? You started this day off with rage, and then the Kinder chocolate was supposed to quell the rage or something, right? We started off the day like that. Now the coffee's enraging us. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're putting too much of our mood into various food. Hey, that kind of rhymes. Bars. That was a lightly colored coffee. I'm sorry. Bruh. Oh, no.
Anyway.
Damn.
I had the sandwich with some grapes and some homemade miso soup as well. Then I decided to have a little chocolate. I don't like white chocolate, but this is what I had, and
white chocolate sucks. There's not even any chocolate in it. There's no chocolate liqueur in white chocolate. Therefore, it's not chocolate.
And it was better than nothing. For dinner, I made broccoli.
It was better than nothing, she said. Are you sure?
For dinner, I made broccoli soup, and I used my manpower to grate the
When I eat something that I don't like, I don't think it was better than nothing. I just think, ew, that was not good. I shouldn't have had that.
cheese. And what I mean by broccoli soup is just cooked broccoli. You get
All right, so you made this man grate some cheese, this random man that we pulled off the street. That's good.
to grate the cheese. And what I
Sir, can you come in here, please? I got a block of cheese. And he's like, oh, yes, of course, of course.
mean by broccoli soup is just cooked broccoli in broth. I also had a baked potato with some salmon on top and
Baked potato with salmon on top. Okay, now we're getting interesting. I've actually seen a baked potato with tuna on it before. I had some potato skins at a diner on the East Coast one time. I think it was New Jersey or some crap. That had tuna on it. It was good. It was actually good.
some slaw that I made. I used blended
And some coleslaw. Okay, things are getting interesting. We got a baked potato, salmon, coleslaw. I bet that's paprika on there. I bet that... I'll bet you anything that's paprika.
up cottage cheese and parsley as the sauce for the slaw. This
Tell us that that's paprika.
salmon on top and some slaw that I made. I used blended up cottage cheese and parsley as the sauce for the slaw.
Cottage cheese and parsley as the sauce for the slaw. Okay, things are getting very interesting.
This kind of broccoli soup is my favorite because it does taste mostly like broccoli. Potato, although odd seeming, was really good. That was all. Thanks for watching.
All right, and that's the end of that. Let's take a look at that one and add it up. All right, so you started the day off with a Kinder chocolate to quell your rage or something along those lines. After that, you had a sandwich with eggs, turkey, cheese, tomato, etc. And then you had a coffee with a fairly light hue. After that, you had some grapes and then some miso soup. After that, you had some white chocolate, and you wrapped up the day by having some broccoli soup, baked potato with salmon, slaw, and a sauce that consisted of cottage cheese and parsley. Alright, after much deliberation, I have come to a decision. I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. To increase your score, I would recommend not starting our day off with a Kinder chocolate egg. I would ditch whatever was giving that coffee a light hue, and I would also ditch the white chocolate. Other than that, we had a lot of very interesting home-cooked meals in this day, and all of those home-cooked meals seemed to have all of our food groups covered and looked pretty healthy. Nice. So what do you think of my scores? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.